Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Work in Progress Wednesday stream. I know it's been a long time since we had a Work in Progress Wednesday stream. I've been dealing with a lot of family stuff, but happy to be back now. And I would like to thank Kajan. Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. And Will, otherwise known as Tactical Dbag. Thank you for joining.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
And then I think we might be joined by Darth Bob later. He said he was going to try to join us, but not sure. So we can see up in the, this is my screen here with the little icon thing you can see. And then up in those screens in the top, we got Kajan. You can see his icon up there. And then we got Darth Bob over here. So we're all working on hobby stuff. Well, I will be once I clear this mess off my desk. I received this box this week. I was very excited to receive this box this week. And I thought the person who sent it to me might be watching the stream. So I thought maybe I'd open it on the stream so they could hear my reaction. I guess I should put on a face cam, but I don't really want to. Yeah. So yeah, that's what this is all about. And then once I get that out of the way, I've got some cool Tyranids I'm working. But Kajan, Will, can you guys let me know what's been going on in your hobby life of late? Kajan, you want to start?
Yeah, I talked about with Will earlier, a short, brief moment about it. I have people coming in to fix the windows, and so didn't leave much room for the. I get new windows in my studio, and didn't leave much room because I need to take things down and put them. Had to put them up again after they said they weren't coming. So I didn't get to do all too much. I've been working on some side projects, mostly not quite hobby related, but still crafting. I don't know if that counts. Like I'm doing. I'm currently in the progress of whittling some tops for glasses and stuff like that. And tonight I want to continue to work on the alien plant life, or rather the barricade we'll put up in the Discord.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks. Will, what have you been up to?
Well, the big thing was that I actually managed to get some gaming in this past weekend for the first time in a while.
Shock,
played
horror.
some played some Kill Team with some friends, and that's like kind of inspired. I'm kind of like all over the place. Like I've been trying to finish off some older projects, and then I just keep working on other things. I've got like a lot of pans on the fire, so to speak. Is that the right expression?
Oh, something in the fire? Pokers in the fire?
Pans in the fire, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I know that it's something about juggling a couple of different things. As Kajan mentioned, kind of had some ideas for some like Tyranid barricades after playing Kill Team. So I've been like kind of thinking about that.
I love your ideas for Tyranid barricades. I saw the sketches. They're great.
Yeah, and then like I had this like moment with finally figuring out an idea for my neurolictor that I've been like kind of low-key converting, which again, props to Bits of Box for kind of setting that off. And yeah, just kind of jumping around really.
Cool. Yeah. I'm glad. Wow, that was a perfect setup. Thank you, Will. Because as you get to dedicate parts of your neurolictor to Bits of Box, this week I didn't do a lot, but this is my Tyranid barricade that I made. Let's see about making those more available, maybe. But I started randomly working on these Ravner conversions, which were very much inspired by Bits of Box, using the backplate from the Kroxigors and attaching it to like Tyranid arms. And I just thought it would make such a damn fine Ravner, because it looks, with this really heavy plate on the back, it looks like it's like using that to like dig through the soil. And Box said that for when he does his, he's going to put soil and grass like stuck in between the plates to make it clear that it was burrowing. And then this is a neurolictor tail, because I bought the neurolictor to use its legs for something, which I haven't gotten to yet. But that means I have a tail. And look, the neurolictor tail is a perfect Ravner tail. Might be a little short.
It
I'm gonna
really
extend it a
is.
little, but and then this guy's similar idea, but it's the tail from a Neurotyrant. Just added some wire to extend it, and yeah. I got another one over here, but I gotta do up his body. He's gonna be bursting out of the ground.
They look good.
Thanks.
Are you using just brass rod for extending that Neurolictor tail or the Neurotyrant tail?
No, I don't. Hold on.
What kind of wire is that?
I don't know what I'm using. It's slightly larger than 2.2 millimeters in diameter or whatever. However these bits are rated. Just to drill a hole for it,
Hey,
I have to use a 2.1 gauge bit. So is this 2 gauge? I don't know, 2 millimeter. But it's not brass. It's like something like aluminum, because
Hmm.
I try to explain this in my video where I talk about doing armatures. I think this is some kind of floral wire. It feels like it's some kind of really hard aluminum, because it's a wire that has some resistance to it, but once you push past that resistance, it's extremely malleable.
Uh, is this a floral wire?
I
Because
think
those are
maybe
because
it's
those are
black.
usually they work like that, and they're usually iron. Don't you
Oh,
do you have
iron.
something like this tool? Like,
I don't have that. Sorry.
okay.
Anyway, yeah, I love this stuff because it has enough body, but it's very malleable. Like you can bend it back and forth and it won't, well, it'll break eventually. It doesn't break as quickly as other materials. Mm. Sorry, just finishing eating something. Rajan, do you want to take a spin through the comments?
We have Electro Dust Bunny saying hello. Moon44 is also here with us. Donald Muju is here, and holy shit, Kroxigor backplate looks crazy.
That's this bad boy.
Yeah, that backplate piece is really good and almost worth us buying a Crocs.
I bought the kit just for this, literally. Like, I was in there, I was talking to my buddy who works at Games Workshop, and they were saying, like, oh, have you looked at this? And I was like, look at the, I don't know, maybe I was interested in Lizardmen. And I looked at the Kroxigor. My buddy was like, oh, you could use that for Tyranid carapace. I'm like, I could use that for Tyranid carapace. So I bought it, forgot about it, and then Box actually did it. Actually used this in like a little kind of mite-like critter that he's making. Yeah, and it just looks so damn good. So I was like, I'm stealing that.
I feel vindicated and sort of proven correct, because I remember when I got my hands on the Neurolictor model, I was like, the tail for this would make a perfect Ravener.
You
The whole
nailed
like
it.
model, yeah,
Good work.
it seemed like it was kind of the obvious sort of takeaway from that, but you know, it's nice to see somebody putting it into practice.
Yeah. I was just looking around and I was like, where am I going to find a suitable tail? And like all the tails are pretty skinny, but that one's nice. It's really nice. And it's fortunate that I don't want to build an Neurolictor stock, because you're never going to get an extra one of those. So that's going to be like the squad. Like there's no squad leader, but he's going to be like the beefy one in the squad with that tail. Then the other two are going to have Neurotyrant tails. But I had to look up the rules for Raveners. I didn't realize that they can take either a thoracic weapon like they used to, but they only get one profile for it. It's just 12-inch whatever. They don't get to choose different weapons. Or they can take armor. Is this an old thing, or is this something they introduced with this new edition?
I think that's Kill Team only.
No, it's not Kill Team. This is in the
Okay.
Kill Team is
Then
not
it's
in
entirely new to me.
Raveners are not in Kill Team.
Yeah,
They
it really
be.
should be.
Well, that would be interesting.
I thought they had finally come out with rules for them.
No, I think what you're thinking about is the previous edition of Kill Team where they put like everyone and their brother and like tanks and Terminators in it and stuff. This edition, they haven't gone that hog wild yet. Are you thinking
Yeah,
about
but
Combat Patrol?
Ravenous. I mean, I ran Ravenous in the first edition Kill Team. That's why I'm surprised they're not back yet.
Well, the first edition, they let people take everything, basically.
Yeah,
It was mini 40K.
it's like a 500 points game where someone plops down one of the knights or a dreadnought, and everybody else is like, okay, well,
Nice knowing ya.
was nice playing with you.
All right, I'm gonna get into this box because
Woo.
talking so much about my what?
No, just woo.
Woo. Hello to all the folks that were enumerated. Moon4T4. Well, Will's right here. Hi, Will. Donald or
Hi.
Murchu, Electro Dust Bunny, Tom Wilson. Brodius is here. Yo, Brody. Radon995. Hello. And there we go. Yeah. Moon4T4 could make a nice custom Red Terror. More on that in a minute.
Ooh.
Anyone got a guess of who this box is from?
I mean, that's a lot of pink. Like, is that pink? Duct tape?
Duct tape.
How much pink it is? It's probably from Dan.
The entire thing is pink duct tape. It like when the lady grabbed it at the store and pulled it out, and she's like, "Yeah, I think I got a package for you." I just started laughing because if you've received a package from me ever, I put them in pink envelopes, or if they're in a box, I put some pink duct tape on it. Not this much pink duct tape. Also, I'm not using my brother's cool Japanese knife because it's inside. I mean, awesome sickle blade X-Acto knife. It's creepy and fun. Only when you do unboxings, you're supposed to introduce your unboxing tool.
Yeah, learned something tonight.
Oh, should I get the mic right in there? We get some, yeah, Darth Bob's not here yet. A little bit of cutting duct tape ASMR. I don't even know if that's coming through. Okay. Ooh. What?
Anthony just joined us. He says he came for the box.
Hey, Anthony, you got here just in time because we were lollygagging a second ago. And now we're in time for the box. It's tough. It's a large box. Like you saw those weird Raveners I'm working on. Here's a Lictor. Here's some
I would have thought
Reapers.
Hydra, but you did a Hydra unpacking like 2 weeks ago.
You are correct. That is a good reason to not guess that, Will. All right, it's a big something. Oh, look, they got some nice green paper. It's like they knew me. Ooh. Pink and green. I like these colors. Yeah, it's taking up a lot of room, so I'm sorry I can't. I'm also probably opening it upside down, although like it's. Oh, what? There's a shirt in here? What the? What?
Oh God, was a box?
This is an exciting unboxing because I've already been surprised. I wonder if they got cheeky and just like packaged the thing they sent me in an old shirt. Like, I got packing material. Here you go. Oh, it's an extra large. I could conceivably wear it if it's for me.
What's in the box?
What the heck? Oh, whoa. Oh, here's a hint for who sent me the box.
Suspense is killing me because we're on tape delay here.
Don't
so
worry, I won't move on until I know you've seen it. Wow, that's beautiful.
Well, that's a pretty cool
what
shirt.
could it be? Anyone got any ideas? Well, either in the chat in your ideas as well if you have an idea of who this might be. If you're on Instagram, you've seen them.
Something kind of Eldari there.
Yeah, definitely like
my guess would have been a flower version of a predator, but
that's gorgeous. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, there's more stuff in here. Oh, wait. There's stuff on the back. Oh, wait. Oh, that might give it away. Wait, did you see it?
Nope,
Well,
not
when you
yet.
see that, you're going to know. Because I didn't realize.
All right, it says nutrition facts. So it's somebody from like an English-speaking country.
So if you don't want to be spoiled, don't look at the back of the shirt when it comes up to YouTube. But everyone else on YouTube is screwed. This all goes out currently on.
It's definitely persnickety, Brodius.
All right. Bear berry clusters, a uniquely here's another hint for you. And a uniquely Alaskan treat featuring caramel, pecans, and cranberries enrobed in rich dark chocolate. Cranberries add a special tart snap that makes our berry clusters unbearably delicious. Oh my god, some 67-year-old copywriter somewhere is like, you hear that, Jan? I got a good one there. All right, do you know yet? It's from Alaska.
I honestly have no idea who's from Alaska.
Okay, then you are
Neither.
missing out, my friend. You're one of the reasons this person doesn't have a billion followers. I'm gonna have me a nutty berry cluster right now while I wait. Because that's some delicious copy. That's unbearably good copy. Oh man.
Okay, Brodius is guessing persnickety or Nikki.
Oh, good guesses.
Persnickety, I think Persnickety's Brit, isn't he?
Oh yeah. 100%.
Let's see. Alaskan. How are the bear claws?
They're interesting. They're walnutty, but also a little like gummy from the cranberries. They're kind of like turtles without the caramel, with more body to them.
Turtles without the caramel? I'm guessing you're not talking about the animal.
What?
I just understood they're like turtles without the caramel.
I don't think they have those chocolate turtles or whatever the hell they're called over
I
in
have no idea what you're talking about, so
Germany.
that's why I'm asking.
It's a chocolate like, was it chocolate covered like nut and caramel cluster?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Oh wait, there's more.
And there's a large thing covered in
There's a
pink
pink
bubble wrap
gift bag. Some stuff in it. Wonder what's inside. Oh, wow, Hallmark brand name.
YouTube is stalled for me.
Right?
The YouTube feed is stalled for me.
Oh, maybe there was just nothing going on. I can see it moving on my. Oh my god! Oh my god! It is huge. Like that's my hand. My hand is not very large. It was a large ass sticker. You guys still there?
Oh, yeah.
I'm here, but YouTube isn't loading for me.
Oh, that also doesn't look like. Man, I do not know this person's art, but apparently I.
Well, you're about to get an eyeful of their art. Let's skip to the main event. I love these stickers.
Tattoos, huh?
I love these stickers. Someone
They're
get it already?
beautiful.
I'm a big sticker lover, and those stickers in particular. And I don't think I've ever had a sticker that big. I need to buy a new water bottle just to put this one sticker on. God damn, that would be amazing. I'd have to read all my stickers that are currently on there.
You should get yourself one of those Stanley mugs.
Fuck that. In fact, you saying that reminded me why I don't need to get myself a new mug for that sticker, because environmental organizations are like, please don't buy new mugs. The mugs you bought 10 years ago are still good.
But is it fashionable?
All right, you all ready for this? The main event.
Let's do this.
Oh my god, it just thunked. Like audibly.
We should you should have Mausoleum Dwarfenage go back after post and then add a drum roll.
Did you hear that? It just went thunk. Sorry, my mouth is full of bearberry clusters. They're delicious.
Are the cranberries doing exactly what they described it to be doing?
Oh yeah. Are you all ready for this? I don't think your body's ready. Mine isn't. Oh, look. Wow. Okay, anyone who buys a commission from this person, it will be well packaged. Holy toot. It came all the way from Alaska. Oh, that wasn't tape holding the bubble wrap on there. That was just a claw. Oh, we're almost there. Where's my drum roll? Oh, I can touch actual model. What's up, Mr. Sorry. Bear with.
Oh, oh wait. I know I'm like tape delayed here, but like I can see a screamer killer.
That's right, Will. You can see. Oh my god. Holy crap. Oh, it's so good. Holy lifting. But yes, this is by Alaskan Pete Tattoos. Go look them up. It said Alaskan Pete Tattoos on the back of the shirt. So clearly it's one of his tattoo pieces. And Alaskan Pete Tattoos, if you're an old timer Tyranid person, you may have heard of Epoch Studios. It was back in the day of like Chapter House and all that. It was a third
That's
party.
a name I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah, third party. They made third party Tyranid bits. You could get like, God, oh, I just want to stroke the carapace. God, I'm such a nerd. They made Epoch Studios made a bunch of third-party bits for Tyranids, like different heads. You could get Alienid heads from them, bone swords, that kind of thing.
Back rib. They added that back ribbing in the
Oh yeah, better than mine. Like I don't even want to get my Screamer Killer right now because I'm so flippin' embarrassed. Because this is art. Dang, son. There we go.
That is lovely. I liked how they did
Peter.
the sort of wasp tail.
Oh man,
abdomen.
he totally signed it. I gotta do that. Yeah. It's like the old wasp abd. Oh my god. Also, Peter had a tip for us. Peter says that his current favorite mix for putty, Apoxie Sculpt, Milliput, which is weird.
He was the one that mentioned that.
I've never mixed Milliput and Apoxie Sculpt, and I feel like a fool for not having done it. Okay, and like note the skill of a master. Why does this claw look so much cooler than on its actual hair specs? Because he used another crushing claw from I believe that's a Carnifex. It might be a Tyrant Guard on the inside, so that it's like a properly. Oh fucking damn! This is brilliant. Sorry, I needed a moment at how smart and beautiful this is.
Oh, that guy. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
now
technically,
everything's coming together.
Technically, this thing's got 6 limbs, but it's these 2 limbs mounted to 1 limb. I love that. Yeah, so Alaskan Pete is the guy who owned Epoch Studios. He tried to sell it to Blue Table Painting or something when he had to get out of the game. He actually approached me and he was like, "Hey, would you be interested in buying this?" And I was like, "I am in university. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I wouldn't know what to do with a business if it bit me in the ass." So unfortunately, I had to decline, but Blue Table Painting took him up on it. And apparently, the way he tells it, they've done nothing with it since he sold it. So he's sad if he feels like it's a little wasted. But as you can see, he comes to the skill naturally. Like he was making third-party bits. If you got into Warhammer at the time when you could 3D print anything, you don't understand what we're talking about when we talk about third parties making third-party conversion bits, because they would like actually sculpt them, cast them, and then you had to buy the casts. You couldn't get STLs. So
Side note, I've put a link to Alaskan Pete's Instagram
oh,
in the
thank you
chat.
so much. Fantastic. Yeah, this thing is stonking huge. Like,
He's
here's
the
our
size
friend the
of a
Lictor. Gonna give him a big hug. What's that?
he is the size of an actual crab.
No, I don't know no crabs this big. Hold on, I think I'm getting a personal call. Where's my phone?
Oh God, I'm now just noticing the detailing that he put on the back of the head. What the hell, dude?
Okay, you guys keep chatting. I'm gonna just a sec.
Oh man. No, it's when you like see like exquisite work like this and like all the little details and just like how well someone can fix um new sculpted parts with the like original plastics that really makes you appreciate people who really know what they're doing with their sculpting tools.
I absolutely agree.
Oh man, I'm watching the 360 that Pete posted up on Instagram of this thing, and yeah, the sculpting work is just gorgeous. I'm hugely jealous. Uh, I guess
Like, hmm?
I was just gonna in the meantime, chat. What are you guys doing? How what have you guys been up to recently? While we
Thanks, Will.
kind
Sorry
of
about that.
no worries. I was commenting I'm looking at the Instagram little 360 that Pete posted up of this thing, and
Mhm.
the sculpting work is just flipping gorgeous.
Yeah.
I feel like I've never come close to like sculpting. I don't know what true sculpting is yet.
Well, like Will, honestly, I look at this and some of this, I'm like, I don't know that I put that much work into my sculpting. Like the detailing on the armor plates is exceptional. I I wonder if this is the Milliput Epoxie Sculpt combination because that looks like the
Kind of looks
color that
like it
I would
might be.
expect from Milliput
Yeah,
Epoxy. Well, maybe I gotta do some sculpting tonight and see how it goes.
I
Have you
love that.
tried the Milliput epoxy
Never,
mix?
never, I've never.
I will say I love that there are like 4 distinct looking putty combos that
Yeah,
at
yeah,
least that
yeah.
he's
Like
got
this,
there.
there's this like metallic one on the chest. Like
The metallic one is probably Milliput.
could be.
Milliput has a metallic looking one.
It's almost like he's painted the model with his putty, so you can discern the different elements. So smart, so beautiful. What was I gonna say? You're talking about
Gotta say,
this.
I think the feature I kind of love most are those like on this thing are the little bits of carapace on either side of the head that kind of look like
Yes,
they're opening up.
I was really in love with that. Oh, that. Oh, yeah. I just thought it was like really cool battering ram drive forward, and the mandibles sell the screamer killer head for me. Also, he made the body like much bigger, so that sells the head for me. I don't know.
Yeah,
So cool.
the whole thing is definitely one of the better um sort of retrification, I guess, of the screamer killers I've seen
I'm gonna say
posted
it
up.
right now. This is better than mine. I did one. It's over there. I don't even want to get it. I did it like when Leviathan was in pre-release, and I was proud to get it done in time, but it pales in comparison to this. This has got like mine was too tall. This one's wide. I love that. Oh man. I put like a little pelvis on mine. I did not dream big and use this big giant pelvis.
To be fair, didn't you have a bit of a time crunch on yours?
I did have a bit of a time crunch, but if you go and look at Alaskan Pete's Instagram, I'm pretty sure he did this all live. He did a bunch of so dude is efficient. Okay. I'll stop drooling on it and actually do some work. But I can't say enough about how much I love this damn thing. This is the spirit of the Screamer Killer to me. Right here. Cool. All right. Yes, go check out Alaskan Pete. Darth Bob put his, not Darth Bob, sorry. Will Tactical Dbag put Alaskan Pete's information into the chat. Please go give him a follow. I know he is taking commissions because I bought this off of him. So yeah, and I know he's been talking to other prominent folks in the Tyranid community about commissions. So if you're interested in Tyranid commission, you better get on his list soon because I have a feeling that with work like this out there, it's going to fill up. So I'm really excited to paint this guy. Pete, you did a phenomenal job. Thank you.
A plus.
Just got to figure out what I'm going to do about the base. Guess I'm going to base him on this base. Oh my God. That is exciting. Okay, now I got to make something that measures up to that.
No pressure.
Oh, look, he fits perfectly in the corner of my screen. Like he's standing there waiting to give people a big hug. Oh, I should get out my real camera. Sorry, go ahead.
It does look very friendly and like, you know, wanting to spend hugs, extreme hugs.
I come bang extreme hugs. Where are we? Yeah, I'm
That
gonna.
would be the 90s version of that model with the extreme hugs.
Damn, should I get my
Okay,
real
so-
camera? I don't know if I want to faff with it. This camera's quality is not amazing. Wide enough. Okay, bear with. It was wide enough to capture the box. What's going on in the chat?
Chat is all over the how great it looks. Angie Anthony says that's a huge hunky boy. Donald says, wow, I love him. Electro Dust Bunny is also very impressed with it. Swabi is yeah, we have at least 2 dams in the chat.
I was waiting for one person to be like, meh, I think it's mid.
I haven't seen it, but there's probably someone out there somewhere.
Just killing my camera briefly. Don't worry. Oh wait, why is this still a picture on screen? Oh, I killed my camera, but it's just frozen on the old thing. Hold on. There we go. All right, I'll be right back. Switch out.
Right. What have people been up to?
Thanks.
Redon has been up to adding webbing to his webbing and fins to his gene stealers.
That sounds fun.
And Tom Wilson is building his scouts. And Donald just finished his lictor today.
Oh, congratulations,
Nice.
buddy. Forward to seeing that. Hopefully they didn't put some spaghetti tentacles on the front of it.
And Moon did the outstanding work of building 60 metal gargoyles with magnetized stands and 20 metal raveners.
That's a lot.
So many metal models. Oh my God. God bless you.
80 models in one weekend. Last weekend. Okay, that was multiple ones.
Sorry, that was you, Kajan, or someone in the chat?
No, that was Moon4T4.
Ah, Moon4T4. That is a labor of love. I am amazed that you were able to do it. I don't know that I would have been. Oh, there we go.
Succeed, damn you, painted the model of the month, the Neurogaunt.
Oh man, I should have gotten some of those. They're such cute little boys. I want more. I have a lot, but
And Electro Dust Bunny was camping for 2 days, so I think that counts as hobby.
I think so. If your hobby's camping. There we
And
go.
Ryan admits he's gone mad with adding webbing to the feet of the gene stealers.
Yeah, that would be a lot of work. I hope you're into it because you're gonna be by the end of it. All right, here's a better look at Pretty Boy, but you can get
Ooh.
views of him on Alaskan Pete Tattoos. There we go. Instagram. There you go. Alaskan Pete Tattoos.
He's got a sweet 360.
He does have a sweet 360. And I am doing my best to keep all this in focus while I've got a 720, all the angles. How about that? Look at these cute little armor plates in here.
Mm,
So this is the
Taking
stuff that
the-
we're thinking might be Milliput plus Epoxy Sculpt. But like one thing I wanted to get in on here, and you need the good camera to do it. Take a load of the vent structures that he carved into the back. And that there's like additional layers of detail and like there's like a membrane that runs up there. I do not put this much work into these when I sculpt them. And I am a failure for not doing what Alaskan Pete Tattoos just did. These are beautiful. Gorgeous. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to have to fill some gaps here, but yeah, so
Oh man, I really like how he did the back ribbing there.
yeah, he's a pro.
That's really good.
Oh wow, this is a good close up. Look at this. You got this in his 360. Wow. Ah, that's cool. Mandibles fix that head. Go ahead.
I like the Predator mandible look.
Yeah, because like Games Workshop went halfway Predator with him, with like the rails on his head, and then didn't go the full way. What the heck? Look at this.
As a
I
side
like
note,
sorry.
Side note.
Sorry, I was just going to comment that Donald notes that his noodle face screamer killer will never escape mockery, and I just want to point out that I personally don't despise the toxic green tentacles as much as some of the other people.
I despise him enough for
But
everyone. Don't worry.
But man, we were slagging on his
yeah, it was sorry, it was just for fun, buddy. It looked really good. It's like it looked so good that like it would have been an A++ 1000, but then you slap those tentacles on it. It was just an A++.
What I really like about the model is this one, not the noodle face, which I actually liked, is that on the top he sculpted those extra armor pieces in there with the musculature, which looks like it can open and close. So it basically, to me, it looks like it could be closing up like a helmet.
I love it.
Around the head.
I feel so stupid for not having thought of that when I saw them. I just thought they were cool rams. Like for that to work, I would want this plate to be sectioned here because that plate connects in underneath to like, or no, it's part of this. So, oh, I guess this could just swing in. But this is like now I want him to do a version where it's closed. Oh God, that's such a cool idea, Kajan.
Yeah, at least that's what jumped to my mind when I saw that. But yeah, you're right.
I think Alaskan Pete tunes into these sometimes, so I will let him know that he should have a gander at this and that he should answer our questions in chat in the comments on the recording of this after. We can ask him if you're watching this right now, Pete, was your idea here that these were meant to be armor plates that would slide forward and like cover around the head and close it? Because that's badass, and I hope it is. Sorry, what were you saying? Well,
Oh, I just wanted to, for kind of doing post comments for Pete. How dare you, sir, to make me feel inferior?
Can't stop, won't stop. I think that's what he would say. Can't stop, won't stop. Oh, I know what I'll do. Okay, so my issue is that I like to paint my bases separately and then attach my models to them. And I wasn't sure how I was going to do that for this guy. Also, as perfect as Pete is, he and I have talked about this. With Tyranids, it's really tempting to like pose them in such a way that they're screaming at the ground. And like if you're a normal human-sized person, like this little homunculus here, and you're standing on the ground, that's scary. Like, oh man, that thing is towering over me. Unfortunately, us humans look at models from up here. So when he's looking at the ground, you don't see as much. So what I want to do is I want to mount him on something so he's like rearing up. I was like, oh, but he's already attached to the base, and I don't want to really mess with that. But I thought I could just cut the base around his feet, and then mount that onto something like another base with like a different angle, so that he's roaring up more and like see more of his face. That's how I'll solve it. Because I don't want that
Is it
beautiful
just like
face to be buried.
is it just flat glued, or are there like pins going through the
There's
base?
one pin that I can see, and the other one looks like the mad bastard used the actual pin that was on the car's foot. I can't imagine. Looks like it. So this one's a pin, but it's not like he's done what I do, which is smart. You make a really long pin, and then you put it into the base, and then you clip the pin. So there's not a ton to attach it to a new base. So I'd rather just like keep this and just like build it into a base or something. Anyway, I'll figure it out. That's not that exciting. All right. Anything else in the chat? People are asking, or people want to see or know, or whatever.
Well, Ryan is feeling unskilled with the rest of us.
Right there with you, Radon.
The only way to get skilled is to do it. You just got to do it.
And
You got to
Brody
push
is
past the
just-
suck. Because we all start at the point where we're like, this is garbage.
Well, some of us never leave that point.
Okay, whatever.
I mean, I never liked anything I did, so.
We're always our own worst critics.
Agreed. Right, where's my drill?
Yeah, Brody has said he loved how he extended the head, and Succeed Them, you said, great how he filled in the back tubes, and I also loved the bifurcated claw arms.
Yeah, they're really cool. Yeah, I don't, if you don't fill in the back vents on Tyranids, you're what are you even doing?
Yeah.
It's like drilling barrels for me. That if you don't drill your barrel, you're lazy. If you don't fill in the back vents on your Tyranids with some detail.
Yeah,
At
and
least
you don't just fill them
drill
in,
them
you
out.
also poke little holes in it.
Yeah, well, I would say the number one, drill them out. If you're going to do nothing but that's a start. But then, for the love of sweet Mary, you should put some detail in there. All right, I want to extend this guy's tail.
Tom Wilson has a question before we
Yes.
entirely move on. Is the blue stuff foam? Also, the chest looks a
don't-
bit like it's made from backbones.
From back what?
Backbones? The venting?
Oh yeah, like the design of it.
The
Yeah,
trees?
it does kind of have the same shape as the back vents, but no, it's actually sculpted. The blue, I don't. It looks like a kind of, because like the surface of it looks like it's been sculpted, but maybe it was carved out of plastic. Oh, I think it's just a different kind of milliput. Like you can get blue milliput. If you want to know about different types of milliput, you should check out Vermis's Instagram, because he has a post where he reviews all the different types of milliput.
I'm not sure about the blue one. I know they have brown and silver.
Yeah. Vermis is definitely
And the
done a
white one
review of
I'm
the
using
blue.
right now.
Cutting this guy's tail so I can extend it. Gotta drill both sides.
What am I doing with this thing?
Oh, someone was saying earlier that these guys can make a badass red terror. Yes, I agree. But I already started making the Parasite of Mortrex into a red terror based on design by Hydra when it first came out, and I sent him one. So this is my skinny, creepy whip boy.
What's a whip boy?
I don't know. He's just like a whip, like, because he's like long and slender and muscular, like a whip Whip of death. Whip boy is not a thing.
Whip.
Although, oh wait, no. In the distant history, there was whipping boys, which was
Yeah,
not a
there
good
were.
story. Was that like if the rich child misbehaved, they would whip the boy instead of whipping the child, like the whipping boy instead of whipping the rich child?
I'm not sure if that's what the whipping boy was, but yes, that practice existed where someone from the nobility would be since they themselves couldn't be punished because royal blood and special and everything, so they had their personal manservant, which for a child usually was another child, and that child would be punished for it.
Oh my god. Such idiots. Well, in another 100 years, people are going to look back at what we're doing right now and be like, fucking hell. So
Well, once upon a time, it was like a deadly sin to draw the blood of a royal.
yeah, well, right now it's the deadly sin to draw the blood of a carbon executive.
Yeah, probably. Unless he's asking for it. This is mistress.
Carbon executive. You know what I mean. Oil
Yeah.
executive. Guys are pulling all the carbon out of the ground. Oh, yes, it's all our fault because they're profit. Making sure it keeps happening. Petitioning governance, whatnot. Can we get demonetized for talking
I don't know.
It depends on how much we slug on people, I guess, right?
about
Moon is asking if the Ravener arms are bio-war legs.
Yes. So the arms on this non-thing Ravener are indeed Biovore legs. The only thing I modified was I took the little claw on the elbow that usually points forward, and I pointed it back because this guy's supposed to be digging through the earth. Next step I want to do is I want to attach little like grabby claws in between his armor plates, all pointing backwards. So it's like where a normal Tyranid would have spore chimneys, in case instead has involved these claws that just help him dig through the ground. But yeah, these are Biovore legs. The ones there's other ones where the talon is detached from the arm. So I'm going to use those on the next guy. But to do this conversion, you would need. Oh wait, no, Biovores have 6 legs. It'd be perfect. You'd have just enough talons on one Biovore to make 3 rounds.
Well, sort of. One of the sets are like connected to terrain, I believe,
Oh yeah.
which depends on how you like to base your dudes.
Oh. Also, the backs that are a little messed up because they're not mounted on arms. They're mounted on actual like legs. The angle's weird.
Maybe those Biovore legs are what I need.
Biovore everything is what everyone needs.
Donald is asking if we have seen his Broodlord box is kit bashing. It's looking
Yeah,
so badass. And
I
I
saw
have
Box
to
post
admit,
about it
I haven't seen it yet.
on the old Discord of Rooney.
Has he not been posting on Insta?
Box only posts stuff when it's
Yeah.
done.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes he'll post things in his stories, but it drives me crazy. I'm like, you need to post that. He's like, no, it's not done yet. And then he'll post like work in progress stuff, but usually when like the work in before it's painted, when you can still see the green stuff. But usually it's when he's finished all the green stuff and he's happy with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Does like to hide his hobby secrets.
His many, many skills.
And if it's on the Discord, I probably have seen it.
Yeah,
I gotta
well,
not
Dan
use it.
Kaplinger.
Dan the man.
Kaplinger says that he is trying to get something done for Frankendoodle's Retro Glow Up Challenge, which is a
Sweet.
fun challenge.
Good luck, dude.
If y'all, the timeline for that one's coming up though, if I'm not mistaken,
End of March, isn't it?
something like that.
Dan, you mean you're like carving it out of wood? That would be epic.
That'd be
You don't
pretty
know
dope.
Dan is a carver? I don't know if that's the proper term, but that's what I'm calling it. A wood artist created a Tyranid spore chimney for what was that, November? As his terrain conversion for November. Very impressive. This is the part where I glue my Ravner to my work surface because
Work surface is part of the terrain.
they call it a work
No, it
surface
is.
because it works no matter what you do.
Heyo.
What's that?
Just heyo.
Oh, I thought that was someone arriving, but maybe Darth Bob decided to join. Wasn't sure if he could, so he does. Happy little surprise.
I think he commented that he might be able to join in a little bit later.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Maybe I should actually like do this stuff on my camera feed as opposed to like on the far edge.
Yeah, that might work.
That's what a good streamer does.
Oh wait, I was meant to make your cameras bigger.
You're suggesting we are professionals here.
I don't think this logo needs to be giant. I think I probably have this logo way too big. It's like a screen. It's a very lovely logo. Illustrated by Dachande. Shout out Dachande. Dachande V2 on Instagram.
He's posting some really cool Transformers conversions lately.
Yeah, he's got a big passion for Transformers.
Electro Dust Bunny is asking if the Discord is part of the Patreon.
I thought Electro Dust Bunny, I emailed you, man. I sent you an email. I sent you a link. You missed it. The
Fine.
links are only good for 24 hours. No, in order to be part of the Discord, you just have to actually show up for the live streams. That's basically it. And maybe be interested in Tyranids. Didn't you email me?
And the Discord's fun.
Huh?
Discord's fun. We just
all right, James, I
stuff.
sent you an email on February 23rd, buddy. I'm going to reply to your email right now. Your robot worker, all right? I guess I probably shouldn't be saying quite as much as I am here. All right, I'm gonna get you a thing. Just hold on 1 second, James. You better have your finger on that email, buddy. Dang nabbit. There we go. All I'm seeing is your gift that you sent, Kajan.
But if you want to donate to the
yeah, if you want to donate to my Patreon, you should absolutely. Wow, I'm so bad at this. I should have been like, yes, actually, it is part of the Patreon. Go donate to my Patreon right now. Swear to God, there's going to be something cool on that Patreon very soon. I keep telling myself I need to paint it first, but I showed it on some other models I was working on, but these two Ravners have unique torsos that were sculpted by none other than Io Butov. It's supposed to look like the old second edition Plastic Warrior rib cages with the big gaps in them. So this is an STL that is going to be going up there soon. Right now, there's an STL up there for Gaunt. I'm right here. I'm right here. Gaunt, like corpses and skulls and stuff. There's some lictor skulls in there. There's a pile of gaunt skulls. Oh shit, I'm not even on frame.
Just wanted to say, we're not talking about the Imperial Guardsmen.
What? No. It's
Oh,
not
Gaunt
Imperial Guard
Ghost.
skulls. Is that what you mean?
Gaunt's Ghosts.
Oh, Gaunt's Ghost. No. There's like a dead Von Ryan's Leaper skull in here, which is pretty cool. There's some lictor skulls. There's a lictor skull. There's a cool lictor skull. It's got like a little beak on it. So yeah, you can, if you support on Patreon for whatever you want to pay, you can get those right now. And then very soon, we'll get my handy dandy shipping container that my printer guy gave me. Open up the other end. And here's a preview for what's coming up next as soon as I'm finished painting it. It's basically a Tyranid Prime torso with like the wings that you get from the Prime upgrade with like this cool armor plating and some little claws on the chest. And then it's got the current Winged Prime spore chimney on the back. And these are really sick files. So yeah, we got that one. And then there's a non-Prime one. Oh, there we go. There's also a non-Prime version that has the same ribs, but has additional detailing on the carapace, more than a standard warrior. And these two will be in a file together as soon as I post it up, and I will have a painted version of them very soon.
Oh, I guess while we're talking about the Patreon, this is a good opportunity to say if you enjoyed the stream, you should like and subscribe. If you're
Yes.
already in the chat, we know that you're already a subscriber, so thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Yes, thank you for that, Will.
Segues. Get better
Segue,
at them.
excellent. Good work. Yeah. Where was I? Oh, messing around with these guys. I need to pin the tail on the donkey, as it were.
Man, you know what's kind of nice?
What's that?
Someone asked us what kind of filler stuff we use for filling our
What?
models. Like last time,
What?
last stream, we had like 4 people asking, like, what do you use to like infill, like, you know, your conversions and everything?
Oh, like tinfoil?
Yeah, tinfoil. What I use my cork or foam or
Are you saying
whatever.
that because you saw that I filled this with foam?
No, I was just remembering as I was just a lot of people were asking that last time we did the work in progress Wednesday.
So the inside of this carapace is like just hollow, right? And I was trying to seat this warrior torso further forward, and it was sinking back into like all the space behind it. So I filled it with pink insulation, a slice of pink insulation foam glued in there with no more nails. It's like caulking. But now I need to reinforce it by putting some epoxy putty onto the joint, because the foam and the glue is not, it still wiggles a little bit, so I want to solidify that up. Maybe I should do that right. I should get out my putty.
Also, Jordan Hill says, "Hi guys."
Oh,
Hello,
Jordan Hill,
Jordan.
it's been a while. Hello, friend.
Hi.
Welcome. I'm gonna go try and find some Milliput, because I'm gonna mix Milliput with Apoxie Sculpt. I'm feeling crazy.
Day of Science.
You came for the models. You stayed for the crazy science.
Man, I feel like the creature conference and work in progress streams are all for we like Tyranids, and then stay for what random topics are the guys gonna all talk about. Sometimes it's science. I think the last
Mm.
2 creature conferences ago wasn't the Hydra just trying out the super glue and baking soda like thing or something.
I have to admit, I didn't see the last one. So
I think the last one was the
the
Gaunt.
unboxing one, yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I haven't had the time to watch that one yet, to be honest. But it sounds like something Hydra would do. I mean, it's something we all should be doing, I have to say. At least that's my opinion on the matter. You should always be testing and trying new and old techniques, because sometimes the old techniques aren't that bad.
Yeah. It was the group of guys I was playing Kill Team with last weekend are all relatively new to the hobby, and I was kind of playing the elder statesman person a little bit and talking about how contrast paints and like the rage these days is slap chop painting, and I was just remembering the old days of the min-wax dipping that was always that like had caught on real big at the time, and how I think it was a little controversial, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. The dipping thing was always a little bit seen as a cheat, at least from my perspective.
Yeah, I think that was a lot of people had it as a bit of a like, it's not real painting. It was like, I don't
Who
know, but
cares, man? Like
then
anyone who does
counter
Ink 28
argument being,
stuff with like enamels, they're basically dipping.
yeah,
Mm. Yeah, I have to say, whatever gets playing. I mean, I get when your hobby is the painting of the miniature, that's a different story. But
Yeah,
if it's just to get you on the table and slay
exactly,
the gray,
Kajan. Exactly. You're so right.
mm,
Let's not be
I'm not
snobs about
going.
how people paint their models. If they want to play the game and that's their passion, as Kajan just said, let them paint them. They're not showing up with gray models. Like they don't just
Yeah,
dip them one color. Like they paint some stuff and then they dip them. So I've seen non-dipped armies that look worse than probably what a dipped army would look.
yeah. And I'm like, as long as it's not gray and doesn't look too hideous, and caveat, if it looks hideous, it's not my army. So, I mean, it's important you like your models, and
Yeah,
how you get there doesn't matter.
I would only be mad if a dipped army beat me in like a painting competition.
No,
as
well,
somebody
that would get me thinking.
Well,
To be honest.
As somebody who's been a long time player of Hive Fleet Plastica, I'm never going to be casting stones about how people paint their armies.
yeah, man. And like I paint now, but I only paint now because I was able to use tools that help my laziness. Like airbrush and contrast paint do most of the work for me. And like I can't be snobby with anyone else because I don't sit there and like hand prime everything and then hand paint every single highlight. And like I didn't like painting for a long time. So I can totally understand feeling uncomfortable, feeling like you can't get it to this level that you want it at, and then finding some other tool that'll do that for you. All the more power to those people.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking painting competition and stuff like that, sure, I get it. That people are being snobs about it and about this is not real art and stuff like that. But if you're just talking about getting to the table and play, if your goal is to play those models, doesn't matter how you get that paint on.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think the discourse on that was always kind of interesting because I feel like the people who were very much into the painting aspect. It was like, this is not a real painting, which is like, no. But again, like it's getting something that's fairly tabletop standard, like on the table, and I think most people can agree that like playing a game with painted models is like
Preferable.
feels nicer than than even just like plastic or just primed. So
yeah. And like, what is real painting? Like, painting is an art. It's subjective. All kinds of art that's painted weird ways. Wait. I need chat's help. Chat, help me out. Do me a solid, okay? Oh no. Sorry. Shit. Oh no.
Sounds like an
Not that bad. It's just
It sounds pretty bad.
slow.
Man,
leak in
did you
my,
have a known oil spill?
No. There's a slow leak in my hand water dish.
Oh no.
I was actually reflecting on the fact that I've had these dishes for so long. It's just a stupid ass Tupperware that I use. It's got a very slow leak in it. And it was leaking. It was sitting on top of this old, like, wooden painter's transport box thing that like folds open and it has compartments inside that I bought at a retro store or whatever. So I think it's the wood's already damaged on it, but I think it's damaged it further. But I was smart. I could put it on the lid.
I mean, the nice thing about wood is you can just sand it off and
Right.
put some stain on it.
Yeah, but this is I can't dig it out for you, but it's like it's a vintage piece. But so chat's help. I'm gonna do something wild and crazy because Alaskan Pete tattoos. Hey everybody, it's me, Alaskan Pete. Recommended Milliput with Apoxie Sculpt. I hate Milliput. I never use it, but he's trying to get me back on the horse. I don't have any real Milliput because I hate it. I have Milliput terracotta. I have Milliput turquoise blue. I don't care anything about like the properties. They have different properties. Vermis can tell you about them.
If you're going to try it, don't use the terracotta.
We're gonna go with whatever chat tells me. Chat, I want you to put in your vote. Do you want me to use terracotta with Epoxy Sculpt, or do you want me to use turquoise with Epoxy Sculpt? Because I have a way that I'm leaning, but I want to give chat the vote. Do you want terracotta or turquoise?
Okay, but to make this fair, we should be telling people that the terracotta one is usually used to fix pottery, like terracotta pottery and stuff like that.
What does that matter?
That's what it's made for, to fix flower pots and that stuff.
So do you think it's not going to be okay? Listen,
It's going to be a different kind of milliput. So that's what I'm saying.
I will dig out my first Project Hell for you that I sculpted parts of with plumber's putty. I'm pretty sure Milliput terracotta is gonna be better than plumber's putty.
Look, maybe this is gonna be the pottery of your soul.
There we go. I think I just heard a Darth Bob pop up.
You did?
Yes.
Hello, sir. Welcome.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
Sorry, life got in the way.
Dude, you don't have to tell me twice, buddy. That's all life's been doing to me for the last couple weeks.
Yeah. It's the never
We're glad that you could join.
of life.
Okay, Darth Bob, I'm doing something wild because I opened this. I don't know if you saw the beginning of the stream, but I got this sexy number from one of our friends on the internet. I'm not saying what it is because I want the video to catch up and I want you to.
Yep, that's what I was just about to say.
Yeah. And and this artist has recommended that. What?
Zunite.
Oh,
thanks.
What the heck is that?
There we go, man.
Whoa.
Okay. Wow, the delay
What
is
that?
So slow. How do I fix the delay? God damn.
Who made that?
That was made by Alaskan Pete Tattoos, baby.
Oh. Dang.
Dag is right.
Alaskan Pete Tattoos. God damn, that's awesome.
He's open for business.
He's
You
in
got the
Discord.
dollars, he got the cents. Or whatever the hell. So he recommends mixing Milliput with Epoxy Sculpt. I've never tried this before. The only Milliput I have is a box of terracotta and a box of turquoise. So I asked the chat which one they think I should use. Kajan helpfully told everyone that terracotta is not the one to choose.
I like the turquoise. I've seen what's his face?
Hermes?
No, who's the guy that does the absolutely crazy conversions with the like super sharp sculpting? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Frank?
He does a bunch of like Bloodborne and
Oh no, that's not who I'm
Soulsborne
thinking of.
style.
Okay.
It might be Pax Acrylica.
Pax Acrylica?
Yeah, Pax Acrylica. He's used that turquoise Milliput before.
Oh, you're right. I didn't know what that blue stuff was.
And I
Well-
just let chat know that it has a different consistency because it's made for ceramics. That's why that chat know, so they know what they're getting into.
So apparently
Interesting.
chat is feeling generous and kind because they're telling me that I can do turquoise to try and fight my way through terracotta. However, joke's on you, chat. This Milliput was bought, I don't know how long ago, man. It does not have a QR code on it. I don't think it's been 10 years, but we're going to see what happens to epoxy putty if you don't use it immediately.
Yeah, I was gonna be contrarian and insist on the terracotta, but like, fine if you want to use.
I knew
science.
someone was going to, but listen, this Milliput might not even work. So let's just see what we can do with what we've got. Because it is wrapped in plastic. And what do we know? Because you've watched my videos on how to store epoxy putty. Never store your epoxy putty in the plastic it came in. Bad news bears.
Oh, I would say they know because we had a long stream about it where we talked
but
in length.
People don't have our exhaustive memory of all of our streams, unfortunately. Learned.
I'm pretty sure most of them tune out a
They
lot of
all are
what we
fans
say
of
anyways.
us, and they probably religiously rewatch our streams like
I
10
don't
times
religiously
over.
rewatch my own streams. How could I expect anyone else to do it?
I'm just joking.
Oh, Mr. Pink, by the way, speaking of your vintage dresser and you know, spilling whatever your thing was, he commented that depending on how vintage your dresser or table is, some classic wood finishes dissolve each other and repairs can melt into themselves and hide almost flawlessly.
Oh, cool.
Which makes sense that Dan would be the person to know about that.
Because Dan is a word genius. Ooh, it's blue. It's so weird. I love it.
Well, I'm almost done with the orc conversion that never ends.
Congratulations, buddy.
He's looking pretty neat.
Great. Wait, you don't have your camera on, do you?
I can turn it on. I wasn't sure.
You don't have to, but I'm like, wait.
No, I can. I mean, my desk is an absolute mess, but I feel like this is a more honest presentation of the conditions I normally work in.
Hey, so is mine, but I just don't show people that part of my desk.
Yeah,
hey, aren't we all just full of honesty?
That's a lot of... If I turn the camera like 5 degrees north, it's like just a mess around here.
Yeah.
So
I just got to make sure you guys don't see me in my underwear.
All right, now we got the picture.
That's work in progress Wednesday after dark. Okay, man.
Extreme Slaneshi content.
Grab if you want.
All right. Now I'm predicting something. One of the reasons I hate Milliput is that it's so messy, and Epoxy Sculpt is already messy. So what do you think the mess is going to be like when you combine Milliput and Epoxy Sculpt?
Oh my god! That's the one thing I can't stand about mixing green stuff and Epoxy Sculpt is it's so sticky.
Really? Oh, I don't find it that bad.
I find it really, really, really sticky. But I mean, I love it. Once it like cures a bit, then it's not quite as sticky. But in the early stages, it's just like a sticky mess.
I actually rely on that stickiness.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is very useful, and but I hate it when it gets in on my fingers.
I don't find that
It's a
bad.
large
Like I
reason
keep my
why I
fingers wet.
do.
So go ahead, Kajan.
It's a large reason why I do make a base layer with Milliput, because it sticks so well onto about everything.
Gotcha. I gotta say, I'm
could
not loving this
show-
material yet. It feels weird.
I could show the large orcish friend. I don't know.
Yeah, do it.
Get the camera to focus.
Oh, look at this screamy boy. Oh, it's focused. Yeah.
Oh man. Wait, what's the base metal mini?
It's from Confrontation. It's some guy. He's got some crazy name. But he's got like this little. If I get this to focus, he's got like a. Come on.
It's a lumpy mess.
Focus. You can do
We need
it.
to add more epoxy sculpt.
Hand.
It's tried.
hands.
It's trying.
I think it's slower than you are.
Uh,
Do both hands. Like hold him in your palms and fill most of the screen with both hands.
Oh,
there we go.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, we got
yeah,
it.
he's got like a little guy in his like. It's supposed to be like a personal teleporter that he uses like the severed heads of human psychers to power.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
And I imagine he talks to them.
Where's that
And,
good little boy?
Yeah, but
Like
they only respond with incoherent screaming. So he'll be like, "Stop your whinging, friend. It's time to get in a fight." And it's just like, ah!
I love it. That's amazing. Where'd you get that idea?
I thought it. Well, so he's supposed to be evil Sunz, and I was trying to think of like a different way to do an evil Sunz orc that wasn't just like a bike or a buggy.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, what if they use teleporting to go faster?
Oh.
And then I was just kind of like thinking of like.
I thought you were going
what
like
kind
Mad
of-
Max, because that seems just like off the hook Mad Max. Morton
Oh yeah,
Joe or
well, I
something or
mean,
other.
I kind of wanted to get something like a method of teleportation that was grimdark, but also still had the goofiness of orcs.
Nice. I think you nailed it, man.
Yeah, he was supposed to be for the invitational for Ashes of Armageddon, but I just wasn't happy with where he was at by the due date of the invitational, and I felt like I was like rushing through stuff, so I just kind of ripped off some of the stuff that I had done and just took my time with it. And I'm glad I did, because he looks a lot better now.
Nice. Oh, okay. I'm feeling interesting things. I was mixing the blue putty and I was like, I don't know, man. I'm not feeling this. It's lumpy as shit. I'm going to go get some more epoxy sculpt and add it in there with that Milliput. It is, ooh, pillowy. Oh my.
Pillowy.
Pillowy. Yeah, it's like super soft. It's like, God, I don't, like fresh chewing gum. Not stretchy, probably. No, but oh my. Ooh, that is a pleasant feeling.
Oh my.
Oh, I say. I
Do we
say
need to do a
so.
Celesteshi content warning here?
Oh God. Oh. Sign. Oh man, I'm really enjoying this putty that I'm working with right here. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Let's see how it actually is to work with though. You like the blue. I just need to get some
very
yellow
happy with
epoxy sculpt and it'll be green. What's that?
Oh no, I put on these used these Biovore claws after you were kind of showing off your like
Yeah, baby.
Ravener things, and I'm trying it out on this Neuralink there that I posted up on Insta the other day, and it's working for me. I was gonna kind of go for like raspy hands, but I kind of like these like short little stubby shovelly claws.
The only thing I'll say about those claws is that they're not posed very. Just because they're meant to just like hold up a biovore, like they're very kind of right angly.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just using the end bits.
Oh, good. Got some.
Oh yeah,
Nivea here to lubricate.
Previously on Work in Progress Wednesday, I was complaining about how I still haven't received my Stephen May Kickstarter.
Oh right, yeah.
Well, it finally got here, and the models are great.
Oh, I was
What?
waiting for a but. Okay, good. They're just great.
No, they're great. they
Fantastic.
took forever, but they're
Will,
awesome.
were you waiting for that too? Oh, were you there with me? Were you
No,
waiting
I
for a but?
was just constantly relaying my woes to Will about the Kickstarter and just venting to him because, like,
Will, did you also
I
back
don't know.
it? Or you're just a good friend?
No, I was just like hearing about this. I'm like, oh no.
But
That's-
they're actually they're beautifully cast. Like, I want to
So-
know whoever he got to cast this resin because it's
You
like
made me really
basically
worried
flawless.
because I backed his blah 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 recon squad, his not Space Marine Scouts, don't call them Space Marine Scouts. Because I've followed him for a long time when he was still working for like Games Workshop, Forge World, and then he started his own thing, and I thought about backing the Piscan or whatever. I didn't. I should have. And then I was like, oh, he's got some other cool miniatures. And then I've always, as much as I hate Space Marines, I've always appreciated the classic Scouts. Like we're talking second edition Mohawks.
Right.
So when he came out with second edition Mohawk Scouts, I was sold. But then you were warning me about your negative experiences with the previous campaign. So I'm glad he was able to fulfill it. I reached out to him about that and spoke to him like via message, just to be like, because you're not the only one who talked about this. Like, I think I posted something of his and someone was like, hey, just so you know, I backed this guy's Kickstarter. It didn't show up. So I was just sharing those messages with him so he was aware. And he was saying, oh, you know, I really had a hard time with this because like he tried to ship them out on Black Friday and it wasn't a great time because like all the postal service was messed up. And
Yeah, it for me it was like less the time it took and more just like the constant moving of goalposts.
well, I've also heard other people say like the communication's not great. I've certainly seen that.
Yeah.
Like he's got a lot going on and he doesn't have anyone supporting his work on this. He said that he was getting people to support his work to ship out the squad from like what he learned from the previous Kickstarters. But he also said that he's probably not going to do another Kickstarter because it's so stressful, which is too bad.
Right.
But hopefully, like
Yeah,
the
it is too bad.
Kickstarters have been helpful in the sense that it's given him like capital to like get his miniatures to market other ways. I don't know. Because his
Yeah.
minis are really awesome. So I hope that the lack of Kickstarter doesn't mean lack of, well, I guess it's so anyway, yeah. So I'm happy to hear that he's getting some support with this because the first one was very trying. I look forward to seeing the recon dudes.
Yeah, he also was nice enough to like send like some apology extra prints in the package.
Oh, nice. That's very
and the
kind.
prints are really nice, like really high quality.
Yo, when he sent me the print of his recon dude to paint up, I couldn't believe his print. I was like, this, we're dead. I think I posted on Instagram. I'm like, get me a cigarette and a blindfold. Sculpting's dead. If you can print this.
Yeah, I got one of his I got the Necromunda like brat model
Yep.
that he did. And then I got one of the rat skins. And then all the like extra parts for the Piscan were also 3D printed.
Nice.
Which I know some people were like annoyed by that because like apparently it was initially touted that all the parts for the Piscan would be cast. So, but I mean, if the prints are this good, I don't really care, but I can understand why people would be annoyed by that.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool though. There's like an anglerfish head.
Oh, like an alternate anglerfish head?
Yeah, here I'll show it. See if I can get
Cool.
it to show on screen. There you go.
Sec.
Oh, neat.
Oh, awesome.
I think that was meant to be like the Psyker, or was this the Psyker? There's like one with long catfish whiskers.
Either would
I think
work
this
well.
is actually the Psyker, which unfortunately this one does have a broken whisker, but that should be easy to fix. It's like the whiskery head catfish.
Cool.
And then there's like a gas mask head. Which honestly, the gas mask looks a little strange on a fish, but it's kind of neat.
He's breathing water through the gas mask.
Yeah.
No, it's called a gas
So
mask. For him,
overall,
it's a
like,
liquid mask.
doesn't sound like he's doing any more Kickstarters, but great models, but I would have to hear more positives from future campaigns if he ever did another one for me to want to back from him again. I just feel like it was, I don't know.
So with the recon one, like it went, I think, better than he hoped, and he added a bunch of stretch goals to it. He was like, yeah, I don't know whether he thought he was going to hit them or not, but he did. But we still haven't seen those sculpts. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm working on them. I'll have them up in the next couple of days. And we've never seen, like, there's stuff that people like backed, like not just like, oh, you'll get this free add-on, but like, give me an extra 50 pounds and I'll give you like a squad of like Thunder Warriors. But I think he's shown like one Thunder Warrior. So I don't know. I didn't back that. The only thing I backed that I haven't seen is there's like a master sniper model. He posted like his normal sniper. Oh, that looks pretty cool. But I didn't know what the master sniper was. Sniper, so I backed that one.
Yeah, I just feel like he kind of bit off more than he could chew. And then like I just saw from posts on his Instagram that he was like working on other stuff too. And it was like,
Yeah.
don't you have enough on your plate already, my dude? But
Well, when he was
it is what
messaging
it
with
is.
me, he was saying that like because of the challenges with the first Kickstarter, that it ate into some of like his earnings from it because like screw ups. So that's too bad.
Right. Yeah, I mean it is unfortunate, and I do think for some people this has kind of done some damage to his reputation,
Yeah, true. Like so much so that when I was setting up to back the recon one, I was chatting with my buddy Wilbur Waitley over in Spain. I say Spain because he always talks about the Basques. I don't know if how there's problems with Spain. Anyway, whatever. And he was like, he's always got his finger on the pulse with controversy and stuff like that in the community, it seems. So when I was like, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna back this thing, or maybe when I was like posting about it, like, oh, did you hear like about like controversy with that guy because like he's had other Kickstarters and they weren't fulfilled yet, and did still more Kickstarters without fulfilling the original one. So that was the first that I'd heard of it. Because all my interactions with the guy were super like professional and like he was like,
Yeah, no, I
hey,
mean, and so have mine. Like
Yeah.
he was very like cordial and stuff. It just like it wasn't that like I actually like a lot of people complained about poor communication. I never really experienced poor communication with them. It was more just that the communications were often, I started to realize after a while they were kind of BS. It was like he would respond within a day or two, but it would always be like, oh yeah, I'll take a look at it when I'm in the office on Tuesday, and then I would hit him up Tuesday and he would respond the next day. It'd be like, hey, sorry, something came up, blah blah blah. It was like constantly moving goalposts.
Okay.
That was what frustrated me about the situation.
I can see how that would be frustrating.
And he was such a nice guy that it was kind of like I did kind of call him out, but like I didn't want to be a dick about it. But it was just like because I know like there were some people that apparently were like sending death threats and stuff. And it's
Death
like,
threats, guy. It's miniature. Come on.
Well, allegedly, he says he was sent death threats. How much of that was just to get people off his back? I don't know.
I don't know,
But
man.
I can believe some people
I
in the
can tell
hobby
you,
are that crazy.
like, if I need you off my back, I'm gonna come up with something other than death threats. I think that if
Yeah.
anyone makes up death threats to get off of
Yeah.
something, they got other stuff going on we can't help them with. I think you don't
Yeah, I
like
don't know.
you don't
Also
suggest that you're getting
something
death threats
very
unless you're getting them. Is my
But it's
understanding.
also something very current here.
Right.
Isn't that kind of fucked up that that's current? That's not okay. Like we shouldn't be okay with
Yeah, it's
death
totally
threats being
fucked up,
current.
but- I mean, yeah, it's totally fucked up. But what do you want to do about it? So many people seem to think that's okay behavior.
It's messed up, man.
I will say that this sculpt was worth the wait.
The Piscan?
This guy is so cool.
Oh, that guy. Oh, isn't that one of his like first test pieces or something when he was at Games Workshop?
Yeah, this was like a test model he did for Games Workshop. Like this guy is so cool.
Yeah, he's neat. Looks like he should be.
You
in a
can
juice
definitely tell this has like that old fourth edition style sculpting. Looks very fourth edition style Games Workshop. But yeah, not to
Well,
stoke
I'm glad you
drama,
got your
but
model.
yep, just wanted to say I got it. Been
Nice.
delivered. The model quality is great.
Good.
You know, I could recommend the models. You know, good luck on getting them. Is all I'll say. It might take 5 or 6 months. And you might
Well,
get like
maybe
12
he's
emails
gotten his
along the way.
source, his situation figured out better now.
I hope so.
He
I
sent
hope
us
so,
an
because
update
I would like to
about.
see him succeed.
He sent us an update about the recon one. He said that because of the challenges with the fulfilling the other Kickstarter, he had initially quoted March for delivery on the recon one. I did not
Oh,
expect to
yeah.
get my models in March. When I saw March, I was like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. It's like I'm pretty sure it finished in like November, December, something like that. Like it's not coming by March.
Yeah,
So he
there
just
ain't no
said
way.
that no. So he made that clear. He was like, hey, FYI, I just want to let everyone know that it won't be delivering by March. So I appreciate it.
Yeah. The real did he give you guys a date when it would be? Because
He said
that was
April,
kind of
May.
everyone's issue, is that he kept saying it's not going to be now, it's going to be at this time, and then that time would come and he would say it's not going to be this time, it's going to be this time,
Well, we'll have to see.
and then that time would come and it wouldn't. You
Maybe
know?
he's
So
learned
like
how
it's
to
just like
manage the process.
it's going to take a while. You know, I'd
I
rather
accept
something
that.
more nebulous like that rather than giving firm dates and then those dates coming and then the date pushing again and then you know.
Yeah, I get you. We'll see. I will report back. So this putty's okay. It's really soft. It's an interesting texture. Not bad to work with. I don't know if I love it or hate it. I don't hate it. Let's put it that way. But it's different.
It almost
So
looks
blue.
like magic sand. Texture-wise, just from watching you
You're
work with
getting
it.
close. Sorry, Will? Kajan?
Kind of looks like blue tack.
It does look like blue tack. In fact, I kind of love that. I kind of love sculpting a model with something that looks like blue tack. Because like, like blue tack, you mock up your models with it. So you like sculpt it up and they're like, oh, did you make that out of blue tack? It's like, no. It does look like blue tack. Clean, pristine, brand new blue tack.
I need to get some of those Kroxigors.
I feel a bit of the magic sand. I see what I can't believe that that's coming through in video form, but that is a good indication of what I'm feeling here.
It's mostly when you pull it apart.
Yeah. So how is everything going with everybody else? Oh wait, we didn't get your update, Darth Bob, about hobby happenings of late. Have you had much hobby happenings? You were working on the orc, right?
That's about it. And like I am also I desperately want to finish something for Visterion by the end of the month, but I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Why does it need to be the end of the month? I thought the Visterion
Because
event
that's
is in
when
September.
is it?
Oh,
I
the
thought I thought
contest.
the contest is by the end of the month.
Oh no. I meant like I think Bill Ford is hosting an actual Visterion event in September, Texas.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't
in
been
Texas?
confirmed. I don't know how much I should be saying about this. It's because he's based in Texas.
Oh, okay.
So, but I would love to attend that because I've never attended any style event. So I've been thinking about like what I'm gonna bring for that. I'm like, they're like, I gotta get it done. I'm like, oh god, did I screw up my deadlines?
Do a new G Stealer cult
There may be
masquerading as a
plans.
cult
There
of the
may be
Emperor.
plans.
That was
We
my
shall
thought at first,
see.
but I was like, I want to do something not Gene Stealery. I want to do something like non-Tyranid. I mean, that's kind of the orc has actually been a really nice palette cleanser, to be honest. Because I've been working on nothing but Tyranids, and I was starting to get burnt out of just
Oh, I get
sculpting like
that.
fleshy Tyranid stuff.
Yep.
So I just wanted like a palette cleanser, and I feel like the orc was a good opportunity because it also got that out of my system because I've always wanted to do an orc.
Yeah.
So
Orcs are fun.
yeah, I think I could be good with just this guy, at least for now.
Yeah.
I feel like most kit bashers have at one point in their life gone like, I feel like I could make a fun orc army.
I've never I think about it sometimes.
Really?
Like the new orcs got me close, but never. Feel kind of bad.
Classic Warp
I've always-
Spiders is the only thing holding me back from doing Eldar.
Bill?
Make your own new Eldar.
No,
Or warp spider.
use the what they're called, Vanzar,
Yep.
Yeah.
a space to make new warp spiders.
Yeah, Vansar could work.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have that arachnid
Have you
look
seen
with the
someone do that,
helmet and
Kajan?
stuff. No, I haven't seen anyone do it.
I like that idea.
But I always thought it would be a good base for warp spiders because I love warp spiders. Warp spiders got me into the hobby.
So here's the deal.
They're also where the very first models are bought.
Everyone freaking loves warp spiders. What is wrong with Games Workshop? Is it because they're like, oh, we don't sell any because we still have the model from 1992? Like,
Yeah.
how can they not have redone warp spiders? Everyone loves warp spiders.
Well, think how many people love orcs and how long it took for them to do new boys.
Yeah, but I don't love orcs.
Right, but a lot of people love orcs.
I know that's arbitrary, but
And
I feel like
orcs
even the
were
people
kind
who
of
love
bread and
orcs
butter for
also
Games
love warp
Workshop for a
spiders.
while.
What?
I feel like orcs were also kind of a bread and butter faction for Games Workshop for a long time. So it's kind of surprising that they
Well, it's
saw.
hard to compare because they would get like dribs and drabs. I don't know.
Yeah.
But rumor has it the warp spiders are coming.
Good. Or not good. Not good for my wallet, but good for, general
spiders?
principles. Yeah. I feel like we're in a state of like one aspect warrior a year.
Yes. I think it's one aspect war every 2 years, actually.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Although I still think that they could have done dual kits. I know that new GW doesn't really like doing dual kits anymore, but I feel like you could have done Fire Dragons and Dark Reapers as a dual kit. You could have done
Yeah.
Warp Spiders and Striking Scorpions as a dual kit. Could have
Absolutely.
done Swooping Hawks and
Something.
probably Howling Banshees, honestly, as a dual kit.
Swooping Hawks and those Forge World ones.
Oh yeah, or
Void
that Death Specters.
Spear. What?
Is it Death Specters? Is that what they're
Might be
called?
Death
Void
Specters.
Specters.
Void Specters?
I would have.
No,
done
that's
dual
a
kits.
Space Marine chapter. Death
Death
Specters.
Spectre?
Specters. Hold on. I know it's something Spectre.
I would
Yeah.
have done a dual kit between the Striking Scorpions and the Howling Banshees, and another
Yeah.
dual kit between the Kane, the rocket dudes,
Yep.
and the fire dragons.
Yeah, that's what Darth Bob was saying. Dark Reapers.
Shadow
Shadow
Specters.
Specters.
You guys
Shadow
got it at the
Specters.
same
What a
moment.
dumb
Look at
name.
you.
What a
Hi.
dumb name. They're really cool, but that is a dumb name.
Man, it's not as bad as like the naming convention that they had for the 7th, 8th edition or 8th edition Dark Elves, where everything was like blood, death.
Oh shit.
What my absolute favorite model, in terms of like GW naming conventions, is from Age of Sigmar. It's the Slaughter Priest with Hack Blade and Wrath Hammer.
Wait, is that the dude that everyone buys because he's big and he's like chonky and they can
Yeah.
convert him into stuff? Is that the
Yes.
guy, the one that what's his name? Augustus Brass has bought 45 copies of so that he can convert every single one of them into Karn?
Yes, he is single-handedly responsible for why that model is always out of stock.
Yeah, yeah. Good work, Augustus Brass. If you're not following Augustus Brass on Instagram, you need to follow him and buy a Karn conversion from him because it's putting his kids through college.
I feel like I almost need to get a Karn model from him, and I don't even.
I kind of
World Eaters.
threw some shade his way one time, and he like messaged me back, and he was like a really nice guy because it was just literally the Instagram algorithm was serving me all of his Karn videos, but none of his other content. So I was kind of like, "Do you ever post anything else?" He's like, "I post other stuff all the time. What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh, Instagram has failed me. Sorry." But then he was super lovely, and he sent me extra pieces from, I think it's from the Slaughter Priest, that he doesn't use for the
Very-
conversion, because I thought they could be cool for Dark.
I'm gonna
Nice.
share this post in in the chat. There you go, guys. The 36 faces of Karn.
Oh, sick.
He has done that conversion 36
God,
times as of that date. So I'm sure he's
That's-
made more since.
Good on him.
That's so many of them.
All you need to know is the internet wants that. You mean something like that? No, exactly that. I want that. Okay.
I think I would have gone mad by that point.
Well, he can cry himself to sleep on everybody's money.
Yeah.
Smart man.
It seems like a pretty low effort conversion too. Like, not to say it doesn't look fantastic, but like
No,
it
but he's
doesn't
got
seem
it
like a ton
nailed.
of
Like he
sculpting.
nailed it. He figured it out. Now he can replicate it because
He does change it up a little bit with the base here and there.
it's like McKaylee
Ooh,
hit
different
metal
skulls.
18 times. Except with a
Yeah,
model.
different skulls.
This
You-
one's got the Eldari skull.
Have you guys seen that McKaylee hit metal 19 times or whatever?
I'm not familiar with that.
It
No.
is Kajan, do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh my god, I almost don't want to tell you about it because it'll ruin it. There's this social media account that is absolutely genius, that is run by a freaking genius. They've basically used the Instagram account to tell a story about this guy who's trapped in a simulation, and he has to like loop in the simulation and do the same things over and over again. But
Mhm.
it's told through like subsequent reels. And you're like,
Oh,
if
interesting.
you're following the account, you're like, wait, this is the same reel he just posted. And you're like, wait, why is he posting the same reel again? But then every so often there'll be a glitch. And you have to like watch the reels to see that there's a glitch. And it's like this
Well, that's
whole story that's like been going for like 100 days or something.
Sounds kind of almost like a modern what was it? The Marble Hornets.
That one.
You ever watch Marble Hornets?
Nope.
Oh, it's great. It's Slender Man, right?
Yeah.
It's like it was like a kind of a found footage web series on YouTube, but it was kind of done in a way that like it was like kind of like portrayed as just a guy uploading videos about his life, and it slowly turns into like this kind of found footage horror series, but it's
Cool.
like presented in like a way that it's like real life. So like there would be replies from like another account pretending to be some strange enigmatic figure that's appearing in his videos in the background while he's sleeping. And like it was really interesting, like experimental filmmaking. I think it's one of the coolest things I've seen on YouTube. The whole series is still on YouTube, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
cool.
But
Okay.
it's like kind of one of the foundational things that made Slender Man a big popular figure on the internet.
Really? Oh, that's where like Slenderman
Yeah.
came from.
Not where he came from, but like it was the first time somebody used the character in a kind of serious non-meme
Yep.
kind of territory, and it was really cool.
Cool. Yeah, this is similar to that like groundbreaking new way of like constructing a narrative with video. Very much using the platform that it's on, being
Yes.
Instagram Reels. It's like I think it's called You Hit Metal 19 times. I follow it. Oh god. And like now it's like evolved to the point where like McKaylee, I shouldn't even tell you, but it's like going broader than yeah, literally all you need is to type in you hit like YOUHIT, and then it's you hit metal 17 times. You got to go back and you got to like scroll way back, and it's going to look wild because you can be scrolling through things. You're like, why am I scrolling through the same video over and over again? Here's the link. You got to scroll back to the beginning and start from the beginning, and then you can kind of jump a couple of videos, because I think in the early days they would repost the same video over and over again, and then they started breaking out of it a little more. Maybe they post them in threes, but it starts off looking like, oh, if you get to a video where it's like a weird Soviet game show, you got to the right
Oh,
place.
okay.
It's 14 weeks ago. The first one came out 14 weeks ago.
Interesting. The Kaylee project. Yes, this does sound very much like Marble Hornets. If you like this, you'll like Marble Hornets. You should
Well,
go
I don't know.
watch it.
Slenderman scares the shit out of me, so I don't know if I can tolerate it.
Oh, well, I can't help you with that, but it is a really cool series. I definitely recommend anybody, especially if you're like a fan of found footage horror stuff.
Actually, you
it's
know
like
what?
masterfully done.
Not just Slenderman, but found footage scares the bejesus out of me. Like
Well,
I
yeah.
watched Blair Witch like in theaters when it first came out. I had seen
Oh,
like the
yes.
documentary, the fake documentary they made to be like, oh yeah, these people went. And I was like,
Well,
wait,
fun
what?
fact, I actually live about 15 minutes from where the film takes place.
What? Run. Why are you
And
still there?
I
Get
actually
away.
so it takes place in Burkittsville.
Yeah.
Which
Is that the
about
cabin that you
15
stayed
minutes
at?
away.
Was it the Blair Witch cabin?
No, that was in the Poconos in Pennsylvania.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah, Burkittsville is actually made to be look a lot bigger in the movie than the actual town is. It's like a tiny little town. You could drive through it in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But the actual forest they filmed it out was actually not in Burkittsville. It's actually in Urbana, and I used to hang out in those woods all the time, actually. And I've actually taken pictures at like some of the landmark locations from the movie.
Whoa.
So
Do you
yeah,
remember
it's
how
pretty
old you
cool.
were when it came out?
Oh, I was too young. I didn't see it in theaters
Oh,
when
okay.
I was a kid because that came out in 1999, so I would have been like 6.
This is so young. So not only did I watch it in theaters, I went camping that weekend.
Oh no.
It was so dumb. It was so I swear
No.
I've told this story before. Yeah, I was dumb. So yeah, I do it to myself. That's what really hurts.
Yeah, my grandpa was like really like hardcore ex-Navy man's man, like would scoff at like horror movies. Nothing really scared him, but that movie was like the one movie that I watched with him that movie genuinely scared the hell out of him.
Wow. Did he know
So,
about it going in, or you were just like, hey, let's watch this movie, Grandpa? And he's like, whatever, I don't care about horror. Or did he know?
oh, he didn't. He knew nothing about the movie, but like he's also, he was, my grandpa, so he doesn't really understand viral marketing and all that. So like he's watching it and he's thinking, like this is like a documentary, like this really happened.
Yeah, that's what like they did a really good job. The marketing was insane. Like they had a
Yeah.
documentary about the film and the people going missing. That was just like a marketing piece that they like aired on like Space Channel and stuff like that before it like when it was like going into theaters. So they did a flippin' amazing job marketing it.
Yeah, a lot of people nowadays kind of shit on the Blair Witch Project just because, like, I feel like it pioneered found footage, which is a genre that's like, kind of
Overdone.
hit or miss with a lot of people. But I honestly think that the Blair Witch Project will go down in history as one of the most innovative horror films ever made.
Oh. Okay. This putty's very soft, but it's tasty.
Tasty.
Like,
Does it taste like blue cotton candy?
It works nicely. It feels like blue cotton candy. It's definitely softer than green stuff, no question. But it feels light. I don't know. Let's see how hard it gets. That'll be interesting.
Giggity.
So for oh my god. So for the first one of these Ravener dudes I made, I used a Ravener torso on it, but I feel like it's too broad. I had to like really cut it down. It fit pretty well inside the Kroxigor carapace, but I think that the Kroxigor carapace should look bigger than the Ravener. Like, it should take up the majority of the bulk, and then the chest should be kind of nested under those huge plates rather than like meeting the huge plates. So that's why this guy's the big, strong leader boy.
I enjoy the like newer Raveners, but I will say I kind of prefer like the old 3rd edition Raveners that had like more of a
Yeah.
skinny silhouette. I like that they were
Skinny
like
snaky boys.
lithe and snaky and wormy.
Agreed.
I wish we
fully
could
agree.
get new Raveners that look more like the 3rd edition ones.
Well, you can, but you
The
gotta
heads
like
are hit or miss with people, but you know.
you gotta buy either a Neurolictor or a Parasitomortrex to get your weird snaky body, or a
That's
Neurotyrant.
true.
A little expensive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what isn't from Games Workshop's catalog?
True. Well, if this Ravener stuff takes off and I really like them, what I was just thinking of doing was taking because I said earlier in the Codex, Raveners have an option where they can take a thoracic weapon or they can take extended armor. They can't take both. So it's like a or B. So I was thinking of these guys being like the heavily armored ones and them being the ones that took the extra armor, and then doing some snaky boys that look more like my Red Terror conversion I got inspired by Hydra from the Parasitomortrex, and making these ones be the ones with less armor but with the thoracic weapons.
Oh,
So
that's a
like
good idea.
the bulk, they're visibly different, like bulk and armor. But this is super expensive. This is like a Parasitomortrex every time I want to make a Ravener. I got to find a cheaper recipe for it.
Wait for
Hopefully.
new codex to drop where they make the model worse, and then people are gonna dump them like crazy.
Oh, dumping their parasites?
That is the dumping models that aren't good game wise. That's the general GW cycle of models, isn't it?
Well, not in Games Workshop news, but in Tacticus news, because I'm cocaine addicted to this game. The rumors are that they're gonna sometime soon release the final Tyranid, because there's 4 Tyranids released that you can have in your kill team. You need a 5th, and that the 5th one is going to be the Parasitomortrex, because they have Ripper Swarms in the game, and I guess he's going to be spawning Ripper Swarms.
It's exciting.
It's a mobile game, free to play mobile game. You can actually play a decent amount of it without ever having to buy.
I really need to get this Kroxigors.
Yeah,
No,
you do.
no, Shane. You don't need to buy more. You don't need to buy more things. You have plenty of stuff already to work on. But they are very cool.
They're nice.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that saw those back carapaces and was like, that looks like it would be useful for Tyranids.
I literally did not. Someone else had to point it out to me. I feel like a fool. You're smarter than me.
I can see them like shivering and like generating that bioelectric stuff.
Oh, yeah, baby.
That would be kind of cool, as if you could do like the Warsinger style lightning, like kind of jumping between little sections of the plates.
That's a good idea. Good idea. Kajan, Will, I feel like you guys have been quiet. What's up? How's everything going?
I've
Focus on
been
working?
trying not to cut myself.
Oh, that's a good thing to focus on.
Yeah, I've also been focusing on my sculpting.
How's it going?
Going fine.
Good. Focus is paying off.
Yeah. Can't really say that I've been doing anything special tonight.
Yeah.
Mostly base groundwork, armatures, stuff like that.
Yep.
But I also will not be starting a new batch of epoxy right now, because I assume we are going to be done pretty soon.
Yeah, I need to wrap it soon. But I still have all this putty to use. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, you can't see it. Why is that like that?
If you put it into the freezer right now, it will probably.
You think it's not too late?
Probably, maybe.
I have a bar freezer here. Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway. YOLO. It's all an experiment.
Also, science.
Science.
We love science here.
Science.
Hilariously enough, I'm not exactly making a Ravener, but I'm also not making a Ravener, so.
You just say you're not making a Ravener?
Well,
Pretty much,
I'm
yes.
I'm working on
Three
the
knots?
my own Neurolictor, but I kind of came to this conclusion that I'm gonna make him a snaky boy as opposed to a walkie boy with the uh nice gams that everyone's been like all up about.
Yeah.
Which sort of ends up making him just a Ravner.
Okay. Gams, gams, gams. Picking out the jams with those ropey, ropey gams. I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
Jordan Hill asked earlier if something is the lingerie lictor.
Lingerie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of the Neurolictor with the legs.
Will did it up as a flamenco dancer. It's pretty cool.
One of these days, I'm totally gonna waste the money to just buy one of these Neurolictors and just sculpt on that stupid flamenco coat and
Fantastic.
bolero and like hat.
I
It'll
love
happen.
You're a beautiful man. Thank you for making that a reality, both in digital and physical form.
Gotta get
So
that free shipping from GW somehow.
What's that?
Did we?
Gotta fill in that free shipping cost from GW somehow.
Gotcha. Why do you guys buy stuff from Games Workshop?
Just,
Do you
like,
not
half
have
the
like
shit,
friendly you not have friendly local gaming stores you can buy from at a discount?
Not really, no.
Like-
or not really, and a lot of them don't have like all the stuff that is in stock in the Games Workshop store. Like there's a lot of stuff that's online only.
I've complained a lot about how little stock is available out where I am. So
Yeah, you have.
And
Yeah, I just
Forge World stuff too.
I'm very fortunate in that well, I'm fortunate in that I've accrued a bunch of Tyranids over the years, and I rarely have to buy new kits, although I just had to buy a Harpy for a commission. But when I do, I buy them from discount retailers because they like there's ones in Canada that will ship across Canada. As long as you spend X amount, you get free shipping. So they're always discounted versus Games Workshop prices. And when people are like, "Oh my god, the new Games Workshop website, it bothers me so much." I'm like, "You use the Games Workshop website?" Like, I get it for Forge World, but there's got to be like an online retailer who will ship to you everywhere else.
I have to say, I mostly use it for reference sake.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I'd go on there and be like, "I want to see this kit."
Yeah, that's what I'm using it for. Generally, when I'm buying models, I have a website where I'm going to. They also ship usually with a 10 or 20% discount.
Yep.
But nothing local. So
no, mine are not local. Like I have one local. Well, I live in Toronto, the biggest city in Canada. I got a couple local, but I'm very spoiled. I can have my pick, but I also have the agreement with a Fenris Workshop here in Canada. They also ship to the US, just not New Games Workshop. Sorry, but if you want to support the channel, there's a link in the description. You can put in an order for anything but Games Workshop if you live in the United States. They have like all kind, like they have like AK, they have Monument, they have all kinds of stuff. Or if you live in Canada, you can put in an order for anything they sell, including used models. You can get those to the US too. So yeah, and if you use my affiliate link in the description, it benefits the channel. So consider supporting by shopping at Fenris Workshop. Look at that plug. I can be professional.
yeah. And Tom Wilson just points out Games Workshop doesn't have a lot of their stock either. Let's be honest.
Yes, that is also
good point, Tom. Good points. Why would you buy from Games Workshop? They haven't got any Games Workshop stock either.
Yeah, the website I'm using usually has stuff in stock that isn't in stock on the website.
Good. Glad to hear that. Do they have toxicrenes? I wanted to use a toxicrene for this commission and no joy. They're out of stock. on Games Workshop and everywhere else.
Maybe. Let me check.
I guess they're powerful in the new meta. Who knows? That's usually why things go out of stock.
It's one of the aspects that I hate. This is a game. Like, I
Well,
hate this is a miniature war game instead of just a just a hobby.
I don't think we would get as many
buy 'em.
miniatures if it was just a hobby. I think you gotta
That's
thank
true.
the war gamers for putting in the cash, keep the studio bankrolled to keep making us random miniatures that we can buy for conversion.
I just remember when the line used to be that Games Workshop is not a game company; they are a miniature company. Now it feels like it's
Well, they still
kind
are.
of shifting in the opposite direction.
No, they're a miniature company, but they know how to sell the miniatures
That's fair.
by tweaking the meta so that they can sell the miniatures.
So
But the miniatures are good.
So,
Like they're still good.
so riddle me this, Batman. I'm
Yes,
on the
Robin?
Games Workshop site right now. So they've got this Spearhead Stormcast Eternals, $140, and you get, it looks like the Thunderstrike Command and like 3 other boxes of stuff, but it's only $15 more than the Thunderstrike Command itself.
Yeah, because you got it. They're probably push fit.
I don't know. They don't look like push fit from the. I mean, no more push fit
They're not
than
from like a
every
starter
other
set or
Games
something.
Workshop model pose. I mean, they look. It looks like just like a almost like a start collecting type box, but
Yep.
like this is a pretty good value. Like I was actually
Well,
looking at that Stormcast. I was looking at the Stormcast command box for a conversion I was thinking about doing, and like I don't know why I would buy this when I could, or why I would buy that when I could just get this. Like this is like $15 more, and I get like almost double the models.
so this is the thing in Japan. You go to a vending machine in Japan and you want to buy like 500 milliliters of Coke, or you want to buy 1 liter of Coke, you can go to a vending machine and they'll be the same price.
Huh.
Because just because you can get more Coke doesn't mean you want more Coke.
Well, that's a difference between me
That
and
sounds like
most
we're talking about
Japanese
drugs.
people, I guess.
No, but like, just think about it. Like, you don't need those extra $10 worth of models, whether they're cheap or not. And Games Workshop is relying on you being like, oh, so cheap, I'm gonna buy them. Like, sure, yeah, you can probably find a use for them, but it's the implied deal causes you to make a purchase that you wouldn't otherwise do.
That's fair. It's just
I've
interesting to
been
me
there.
that they can make like deals like that, like
Yeah.
$140 for like literally like if we compare the two kits, like the $125 kit is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 models. This $140 kit is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 15 models plus a big base like chariot.
And that's all. It's the same models, just in a different box.
It's you get the $125 kit plus
a bunch.
10 foot soldier guys and a guy on a chariot for $15.
Side note that might be of interest to folks here is that apparently the Maw Pit is being sold separately.
Yeah, I saw that this week. Sorry, I meant to mention that. Get your ogre Maw Pit to make a Sarlacc Tyranid terrain thing. Going hot.
And it's 60 US by itself, so it's not cheap, but
What is it under? Age of Sigmar terrain?
Something.
Warcry?
I don't know.
Isn't it Warcry?
I just went to new and exclusive on their
that's where I
site.
saw it.
Oh, okay.
So talking about deals and that kind of stuff, I was trying to price out like the anticipated price for the Fruit Box. A shout out to Blitz Mechanica. He and I are splitting it. And I was going to get it from Fenris because, like I said, affiliate link, and they give me a discount because I'm affiliate. And I wanted to go to the Games Workshop website, take the known contents of the Fruit Box, and estimate what like the value of it would be, like street price. And I did the math. I'm pretty sure it's like $500 Canadian. And Games Workshop is selling it for $270 Canadian. So
Wow.
it's a deal. Like I might have overpriced some stuff, but not that much. Like, say if I even overpriced it, like it's supposed to be 400, they're selling it for 270. That's still a screaming deal.
I don't know how the Aussie boys do it. I don't know.
They're mad
don't
all the
get it.
time.
I look at some of the Australian prices and I'm just like a
Well,
single
dude, look at the
32
Canadian
millimeter base
prices.
model
They're pretty
for 80
weird
bucks.
too.
But like a single 32 millimeter base model for 80 bucks.
That's a lot.
Like a plastic one. We're not even talking about like the exclusive Forge World resin models. Like it's insane to me. I just don't understand how they can afford this hobby.
Deep discounts, discount retailers is the only place they shop. I don't know. Even then,
Peter wrangling.
maybe they just like print money in Australia.
Where's Aaron? Aaron can answer this question.
Aaron doesn't normally join. Brett could answer this question. Like Brett is.
Oh, is Brett in Australia as well?
Brett is in Australia. Yes.
Brett, how do you afford this hobby?
I don't know if is Brett here now. I didn't see Brett.
Well, if he's watching later on, Brett, how do you afford this hobby? Like, like the little ghoul characters that they've come
The
out
new
with
ones,
for
the cute ones.
Yeah, with the new flesh eater quartz. There's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
The one guy with like the crazy
Wig?
like wig with guts, $70 in Australia.
Listen,
70 Australian
that's
dollars.
a tasty model. I might have to consider it.
$70 reduce.
He's wearing guts as a wig.
Oh no! I mean, I'm sure in the States and Canada it's not nearly as crazy, but still, like,
that'll be $50 Canadian probably.
is it really?
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
realize
what our
Canada
characters.
prices were that crazy too.
That's what our characters go for. Well, our dollar's worth less than yours, right? To be clear.
Let's take a look. Let's see how much it is.
I bought some stuff in the States lately, and I was like, "What?"
It is $50. He's actually exactly $50.
Some of the Space Marine characters have crept up to 53. I don't know how they got away with that, but
and surprisingly,
What
Ushered
offends
is
me is
only
not.
140.
Well,
I'm mostly offended by the like sort of prime number pricing.
What do you mean?
That more than anything else.
What do you mean?
53? Like
Oh, why would you
$53 is
pick
a
53?
weird number.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not quite 55 yet. They're moving it towards 55 slowly.
It probably was originally 50, and then they raised the price by $3.
Yeah, so most characters in Canada cost 50, but when I was trying to price the Kroot, I noticed that the Space Marine character recently for 53, and I was like, "Oh, creeping it up."
In the States, that model is $40, which is still insane to me. I remember when like these character models used to be like $25, and even I thought even that was a little expensive. But now
Highway
it's 40.
robbery.
Yep, he is a very cool model. All those the whole Flesh Eater Quartz new release line is just like overall just an incredible.
I don't love the
models.
Knights. I feel like something with their bat mount wolf dudes doesn't work for me, but otherwise I think
They're definitely the weakest of the bunch. I agree.
Also, I hate
But I
the
don't think
beautiful
they're
snake
awful.
lady is with those terrible friggin' direwolves. Those direwolves need to be thrown into the sun.
Oh, I love the direwolves.
What?
How do you hate
The new ones with their
direwolves?
foolish little paws?
Yes.
One of them's howling
I
at the
think they're
moon?
great.
So bad.
They're better than the old ones.
I don't know, man. I think I might honestly like the old ones better because the detail's so Fisher Price on those.
I don't know, man. I really like those models.
Interesting. Okay. There is someone who does. Good.
I don't think Games Workshop's paint job is very good on them.
Well, I'd like
But
to see them
that's
with a
true
good
of a
paint
lot of
job because they're not selling me on those currently.
I think the Vargolf is one of the coolest models they've released in a while.
Is that the one that was Curse City or?
No, that's well, there is a Vargolf in Curse City, but the new one, the one that's all long and lanky.
Oh, the Courtier.
Yeah, the Courtier. He's
Yeah.
very cool.
I got one of
I
those
wish he
to
was
use for
slightly
Milan.
less furry because I want to turn him into something Tyranid-y.
Yep.
And I feel
I'm
like there's a
doing
lot of
just
fur on
that.
him.
I'm turning him into a Broodlord.
Oh,
Sort of.
yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah. kind of like this blue putty. The color is pleasing. Glad everyone chose blue. Because that's the way I was leaning anyway. It
Except
feels like
for
sculpting
Will,
with
who's just
spearmint,
being
chewing gum.
contrarian.
What's that?
Except for me, who is just being contrarian.
Yeah, well, I was expecting someone to be Will. I was disappointed when no one was, so I'm glad you did.
Gotta live up to my namesake.
I thought that as soon as Kajan was like, by the way, terracotta is terrible, everyone would have been like, okay, terracotta for the win. Let's see this guy suffer.
It's terrible.
I feel like my experience with this epoxy sculpt mixed with Milliput, shout out Alaskan Pete Tattoos for suggesting it. It's very soft, but it's not as crumbly as Milliput. But maybe I've just been using crappy Milliput, but the epoxy gives it like a good stick togetherness.
The crumbliness of Milliput has always been one of the biggest turnoffs for me.
Well,
the
mix it
material.
with some epoxy sculpt, my friend. Get out that Milliput and it's got a new life.
I can't say I have that crumbliness problem. Usually only when it's not mixed enough.
So when I was first mixing this up, Darth Bob, there was some crumbliness in there, and I was like, gross, there's lumps. And then I went to get more epoxy sculpt to mix into it, and I came back and I was like, oh, the lumps have kind of dissolved.
Interesting. It's been a long time since I've used Milliput too. They may have changed the
Dude,
formula
Me
since the
too.
days
Oh, they
when I
did.
used
They
to
did.
use it.
People have confirmed that Milliput updated it recently. If you buy a box of Milliput and it's got a big giant QR code on the front, that's a new box.
Oh,
The
okay.
slightly modified formula. I think who was documenting this? I think it was like Burmis was definitely documenting. Was it also not Dachande, Frankendoodle? I don't know. Someone was
I think it
documenting.
was Frank.
Thanks. Someone was documenting new Milliput. Hashtag new Milliput. It's out there. Get the QR code. Big black QR code on the front of the red and white box, and you got a new one.
Tom is saying he thinks he feels you should try the terracotta at least once.
Oh, I will, because I am also a contrarian mofo. But right now I'm really enjoying this. Maybe the terracotta's got a really pleasing color too. Maybe it'll go pink. I don't think so.
So
yeah,
do we have any or go ahead, Kajan.
My experience with Milliput is that it starts out crumbly, but usually when you mix it well, the problem with Milliput, at least in my opinion, is you need to mix it longer than you think you need to mix it.
Ah, that's a good tip.
At least that's my experience with it. When I'm not mixing it enough, then yeah, it's crumbly.
Yeah.
But generally, usually means for me I need to mix it and need to knead it.
You need to knead it?
Yeah.
I love it. No, I think you're right. Yeah, if you're mixing up your putty and it feels weird, just mix it a little longer, even if you're not using Milliput, even if you're using green stuff and epoxy sculpts or whatever. But if you mix up your green stuff and it very clearly has lumps of yellow in it, that's probably because you've been storing your green stuff in the gross plastic wrapper that it came in, which we've done experiments and we figured out that this plastic wrapper actually makes the exterior of the putty react. And you can see it happening here on this Milliput. If you look end on, it's like a whitish blue. If you look on the side where it's in contact with the plastic, it's yellow. That's because it's starting to react. So I cut some of that off when I was, God, Milliput, so disgusting. I cut some of that off when I was getting started. Anyway, my camera's about to die. It's 10 o'clock here because of new daylight savings time, whatever. I should call this. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed our exciting What's in the Box segment, where we unearthed this beautiful monstrosity, Screamer Killer, by Alaskan Pete Tattoos. Make sure you go follow Alaskan Pete Tattoos on Instagram for damn fine Tyranid awesomeness. I gotta paint this thing. I'm terrified and excited all at once.
Before we go, Radon just chimed in with something and he said his box of superfine white says to mix the Milliput for 7 minutes.
Oh, superfine white is challenging stuff, man. Bits of
Yeah,
Box used to
that's
swear by it. I tried using it. It doesn't let you get away with any mistakes. Like if you do any weird little like cut into it, it catches it.
everything I worked on tonight was in super fine white.
Yeah, but that's because you're a filthy professional.
I'm not really professional enough.
You're a super fine sculptor. That's why you're using super fine white. Come on.
Is there a are there pictures of that Carnifex
Yeah,
on
go
Instagram anymore?
Alaskan
Yeah.
Pete. He's got a reel, 360 reel of it. I don't know if he's
Which
got
one?
actual like photos, but
He's got a couple of them. Which one is it? Oh, it's this one. I see.
yeah, he's done a couple of really cool
You'll
Carnifexes. Will, what were you saying?
Oh no, I was just gonna say that you'll know which one it is.
It's also got those. I like the bifurcated upper limbs, which
Yeah, I
I
love
know
it.
how much you love those, Mr. Pink.
Oh yeah, baby. Wait, is that a thing people know about me? Cool. Dig.
Well, I just remember when we were initially conceptualizing the Red Dragon. That was a discussion to be had.
Oh wait, were we talking about bifurcated limbs? Did I want bifurcated? I thought you did, and I said no or something.
I did. You were like, you vetoed it.
That was for a weird. What was it for?
That was for the Red Dragon when we
Oh,
were
but what
initially
part specifically?
conceptualizing. I think it was for the upper limbs because we didn't know what to do with them, or the
Oh.
lower limbs, the ones that just became scything talons.
Yeah, there was talk of like a cage to like catch people and hold them or something.
Yeah.
That
And
was a
like one
cool
of the
idea.
bifurcations was going to be the cage, and one was going to be like a weird grabby thing, but it was just too much.
Just get cluttered, I think.
Yeah, just better to make him a big beat stick.
Oh yeah.
I love the predator mandibles on this guy.
I know. Stupid. They're so beautiful.
I also enjoy the plates that kind of come out. It almost looks like he could like bring them inward to make it
This
more
is
tanky.
literally every single one of us has remarked on these plates on his shoulders that look like they could close in around his face. And if Alaskan Pete is watching this, I need to see a version of this with these closed around its face. And then the mandibles closed into like a kind of like drill bit front covering everything. That would be so sick. Yeah, because this is like soft fleshy. This is hard armor. So maybe they go above this and these ones go below. I don't know. But I would love to see that transform into the closed beetle head mode where that is how you make a battering ram, a living battering ram. You close that
Right,
in
yeah,
and
that's
it
what I
just
was exactly
drills
thinking.
its carapace face into You're gonna make me buy another one of these damn things from Alaskan Pete. Okay, that's enough. We gotta call this stream because this is getting too expensive. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you. I see John Common. I see Tom Wilson, Radon995. I know everyone before that. Diana was there. Was Diana saying like and subscribe? Very nice. Oh, I did a good plug. Thanks, Diana. Electro Dust Bunny.
Rodius was with us. And Dan Kaplinger.
Oh, John Common was talking about ordering from GW directly.
Yeah, you can have them shipped to your local GW store to like avoid shipping costs as well.
Oh, okay. John Common says that the Thunderstrike command is overpriced. It was part of the Dominion box, and Games Workshop punished anyone that didn't get that box. That's the same thing they did for the they're now doing for the Screamer Killer and the Neurotyrant. They're giving us a punishment box where they're bundled together and they're pretty expensive. And they did it previously for the Necrons and for the Space Marines, I think.
Basically, buy more models or spend more money to buy more models.
All right, I'm gonna go, gents. Thank you so much for joining. Will, Kajan, Darth Bob,
directed my camera into my mess by accident.
Uh-oh. Way to tell everyone so they know how to look.
Sorry.
Thank you all for jumping on the call. I really need to call this before my camera dies because I don't want to have to switch the battery. But glad I was able to unbox this beauty with people who'd actually appreciate it. Peter was like, I can't believe you haven't opened that box yet. I'm like, listen, I only got it yesterday. It's fine. I can wait a day. But yeah, glad to share it. And the cool Ravner stuff. This blue Milliput putty is interesting. I think I gotta mess around with this some more. It looks like I'm sculpting with spearmint chewing gum, and I love that. So thank you. Darth Bob, have a good night. Is he
Yes,
still here?
do the same. I am.
Thanks. Kajan, you have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
Will, you have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Oh, I was gonna say next Wednesday is Adepticon previews. I don't know that I want to stay up for them, but folks, keep an eye out for next Wednesday if you want to see the Adepticon previews. I think it's going to be the new edition of Age of Sigmar they're previewing. I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably.
Sigmar lied, apparently, whatever that's about. Maybe it's like their...
Chaos.
Oh no, I guess they're doing their
Storm,
Gathering Storm
Sigmarines.
now, right? They're doing their like last gasp of the system now. Isn't that what all these books are?
I have no idea. It's probably
Anyway.
going to be Chaos Sigmarines.
Whatever. Check out the previews if you want. I don't think I'm going to be streaming it. We'll try to stream next Friday for Creature Conference. We can catch you all there for that live stream. Stay safe. Hope you keep inspired. Hope you keep doing cool hobby stuff. And I look forward to talking to everyone soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.